If we cut your brain clean down the middle, you would become two completely separate people. And neither of them would know it. In the 1960s, a neuroscientist split the brain of epileptic patient to stop seizure. When they flashed the word walk to just the right side of the patient's brain, the patient stood up and started walking. But when he was asked why he stood up, his left brain, which handles the speech, didn't say, I don't know. Instead, it instantly made up a lie. Oh, I wanted to get a Coke. So your brain is a masterful liar. It will execute an action and then instantly invent a thinker to take credit for it. And there is no thinker inside your head. You see, this is not a perspective, this is not a school of thought. It is a stark, immediate, undeniable fact. And your refusal to see this, it is the sole source of your self-inflicted misery. Tell me, you who claim to be the author of your mind, when you fall into deep, dreamless sleep, where does your cherished I go? Where are your opinions, your anxieties, your grand philosophies, your spiritual seeking? They vanish completely. Yet when you wake up, you rush to put on the dirty, tattered cloak of identity and scream, I am back, I must think, I must solve my life, and things like that. You see, you are the self-aware reality. You are not all these things. Meditation, yoga, and practicing to know the self is all narrow-minded stuff. How can a wave practice a method to become ocean? How can a heat practice meditation to become heat? We are all fooling ourselves. You are a king or a queen who has forgotten that they have an empire and begging for a few gold coins that are fallen on roads. You say, I am thinking. I ask you, with what authority? How do you know you are thinking? If thought arises, it arises due to millions of conditions entirely outside of your control. It happens because of your biology, your past, the air you breathe, the sound of my voice. The thought appears exactly as a bubble appears on the surface of a boiling pot. Does the bubble have an ego? Does the bubble declare, I am the thinker of this rising? No. Then why do you step forward like a foolish thief and grab a passing moment of energy and declare, this is my thought, I am the one who thought it? Are you seeing what is happening? We are all fooling ourselves with ourselves. You are bound not by your thought and things like that. You are bound simply because of your own arrogance. It is you who have tied up your spirituality, your ambitions, your gurus, your ashrams, and your practice, your meditation into your own head, and you think you have lost the path. You are imagining the rope to be a snake, and you are begging for someone to save you from the snake. That does not exist. There is no snake at all. There is only your stubborn insistence of being a prisoner. Let me tell you something. Nobody is going to come and save us, and nobody needs to come and save us. You know why? Because it is we who are holding on to our trouble. It is we who are holding on to our suffering, our spiritual practices, our karma, our past, our future, and all the blah 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 stuff, and then we are suffering. You look for a path. You want a technique. Many people ask me, Ashwin, how do I annihilate this thinker? How incredibly blind is that, To ask how to eliminate the thinker is to validate the very phantom that does not exist. Who is the I that wants to eliminate the thinker? It is the thinker itself, playing a magnificent game of hide and seek with its own shadow. It is a dog chasing its own tail, crying that it cannot catch it. Chase is the pathetic thing that any human being can do. To practice meditation is the most narrow-minded thing anyone can do in this life. Because you are already the self-aware reality, whether you practice it or do not practice it. But the one who asks, I do not know, I want to understand, is a creation of mind. And there was one person who was arguing with me on the other day that I was telling them to see that you are the self-aware reality. And the person was saying, seeing itself is a method. You don't know anything. And let me tell you, that is the most narrow-minded thing anyone can say. Because does an eye need a method to see? Its very nature is seeing. Does the witness or the awareness in you needs a method to be aware? Your very nature is awareness. To say to see is a method is like saying for a fire to produce heat, it needs to follow a method. Or a wave becoming ocean is a method. That's all absolute narrow-minded stuff. You do not need to purify the mind. The mind is a graveyard of memories. How can you purify a graveyard? Let it be dead. You do not need to claim the wave of the ocean to know that you are water. The wave is water, whether it is raging in a storm or it is flat as a mirror. You are the infinite, stainless, unblemished awareness in which the trillion thoughts arise and fall like dust in the air or dust motes in the sunbeam. Do the dust motes alter the sun? Does a thought of murder make you a sinner? Does a thought of God make you a saint? You are neither the saint nor the sinner nor devotee nor God nor this nor that. You are the unmoving witness, unchanged, unattained, eternally free. Your only bondage is that you follow someone. Your only bondage is that you practice meditation. Your only bondage is that you do all spiritual gymnastics to become who you already are. The pathetic thing with all of us is that we know this. Many religion, many scriptures, many spirituality, many gurus have said you're already that, but we do not want to see that. We want to follow. We want to fool ourselves, nothing can be done. You want to attain liberation in the future. We all think that one day after much meditation I will be free. Liberation is not an event in time, because time itself is a concept born of the very mind you are trying to escape. To look for freedom in the future is like a man running after the horizon hoping to catch it. You are free now, right this second, not because you achieved anything, but because there is nothing to achieve. A silence does not need to practice something to become silence. If it is practicing, it is noise. There is no one inside that skull to be bound, and therefore no one needs to be liberated. If you grasp this fact not as an intellectual concept to be debated over a tea, but as a direct burning reality, the entire structure of your ego collapses into ash. The seeker dissolves, the thinker vanishes, and what remains is only the self-aware reality. You see, all the things that you think exist only within the mind. You are not a person in the world is a ripple in you, arises as a pure mass consciousness, and that's it. The only problem is that you think yourself to be someone else. You think the awareness to be a different entity. Stop thinking, stop seeing, stop being an idiot. Recognize your own nature as the absolute pure self-aware reality and be done with this game of life. Ultimately, I will conclude my speech by saying that follow the message, not the messenger. I am doing all this social media just to make a living and for the joy of speaking alone. You are the self-aware reality, which is the substratum of all, whether you like it or not or believe it or not. Thank you.